Good morning. Good morning. It is bright and sunny Monday morning. It's July 21st, 2025. I am Frank, relaxing here on the beach. You can see the waves in the background, the trees shaking in the breeze, and I'm just loving it in my mind. And I want you to join me. Today, we're going to be talking about, well, I think I'm going to let Richard tell you what we're going to be talking about. Richard is a CEO of uh, uh, the new and improved ezFinancial company. So, Richard, rescue me.
Oh, geez. Okay. One of a number of things that Frank mentioned in the email he sent out last night and this morning, the invitation to the meeting, was reminding everybody all of the different ways that we can continue to expand the organization and also reach out to those kind of money generating, client generating avenues that we've got, those sales channels that we've got to bring in clients. And that's always a good thing. One of them he mentioned was, of course, attending the REIA meetings, the Real Estate Investor Association meetings. They're held in just about every city in the nation, every city of any size. Certainly in every state, there's several, as a matter of fact, in most states. So they're open to the public. You can go in as a guest and sit down with them, hear their presentation, mingle with them when they mingle, and get to know them and get to know what they're about and what they're doing. They'll open you with open arms. Some of the people that go there are real professionals that are very active in the business of buying and investing in real estate. Others are doing it kind of casually, maybe one or two flips a year, one or two purchases every once in a while. And then there are the tire kickers. The most of the people in those meetings are kind of tire kickers. They're wanting to get into it. They're wanting to know what it's all about. Uh, and in a lot of sense, they're just like you. They want to find out what they're talking about and how they're going about it, and getting involved in the networking that goes on to really uncover some super deals. So you'll be welcome. You won't be turned away. And we have suggested that maybe a good way to approach those is to, find out where they are, find out when and what time of the day and so forth. It's usually uh, like once or twice a month for each individual group. Frank was telling us at one point his story about living in Massachusetts and hitting four a month, in different parts of the state. All those kind of things are possible once you get comfortable with it and know what they're doing. But in any event, put them on your calendar. The only way to really get to them is to find out about them, put them on your calendar, and make the effort. I know a number of you have been looking at that either for REIA groups or business groups of other size, other types, women's groups, that sort of thing. Anybody want to share with us today what kind of success you're having with those? Alma, I think you were talking about maybe a women's group that you were going to be meeting with.
Maybe I mute myself, sorry. Yeah, this like a lot of people are on vacation. So the woman that was supposed to bring me to the meeting, she's been kind of like off the grid, so I haven't met with her yet. Her name is Cindy, and she belongs to the same church that I go to. So I'm just going to send her like a personal message, but I thought I would see her, and I was talking to her about easy financing before, and she was really interested, and that's when she recommended the realtor, the women's group, the realtors. So I'm going to try to get back with her this week and see what's going on. But my thing has been a little bit slow because a lot of people were either on vacation or they were not responding. So I'm going to try this week to just really speak to at least, like Frank said, like 3 people and focus on those, and then
That's
push forward on that.
Yeah, that's a good alternative. It's amazing. I think all of us are going to experience the same thing for the next month and a half. Uh, if you've ever been to France, it's just amazing to see France completely shut down in August of every year. I mean,
Mhm.
people go to the Riviera, they go to wherever they're going to go, and they just disappear. And you see it more and more in Great Britain during the summer months, especially during August. And it's happening more and more here in the United States. People just get up and go, and more power to them. But it really interferes with the normal business cycle. But that's a good approach, Alma. Just to go ahead and kind of make your own introductions and just do it one on one if we have to. But that's a good alternative. But I
Thank
think
you.
your overall approach, going, for the ladies group and the rest of them is a good one. It's got to turn around. The summer is over, and then people start thinking about business again, and suddenly we're going to have more than we can handle. Brenda, I know that you had been talking to the to the business group that you had been kind of tracking. How's that going?
It's going fine. I'm supposed to be, I think it's on the 27th, I think. Me and Run's supposed to go. So we'll try to make that happen.
Uh-huh.
So
Well,
yeah.
that's what it's all about, just kind of working it in your calendar and making sure it goes. But in addition to those types of meetings, there always be sure to keep your eyes open for the uh, for the shows. There are going to be franchise shows. There are going to be other types of organizations coming, like home and
like
garden
like the
shows, or builder
like
shows.
the Chamber of Commerce is a good one. Every big city has a
Everybody
Chamber of
that
Commerce,
want to take the
and
narrative
they
and
usually
narrow it the
have
other
a
way
group of people that
from us.
are retired.
I know.
This is why they um kidnapping these little black
Okay.
girls and stuff.
Okay, well, we had some interference there. Yeah, chambers of commerce are good, and some of the other service organizations too that kind of cater to business type people, whether it's the Moose or the Kiwanis or the Rotary Club or what have you. There are lots of groups out there that meet. Nearly all of them are always open to the public, basically just because they're all looking for participants and people to join, that sort of thing. But there's good networking opportunities all over if you look for it. But as I was saying, those shows that are going on, I mean, there are franchise shows going on around the country just about all the time. And those are terrific opportunities because everybody who goes there is usually walking in free. There's no admission usually. And there are all these franchise opportunities there. And everybody walking the aisles who are visitors who are going to those shows are looking for business opportunities. I mean, they have a mindset, they know what they're there for, and they want to hear about different ways that they can get into franchising or into different businesses, what have you. So it's a terrific opportunity just to go meet people, talk to some of the vendors, get an idea of why they're there and what you can offer to them. One of
Okay.
the other things that Frank mentioned in his email was the ability to just put a Craigslist ad in Craigslist. There are any number of ways to do that on social media. Just hang your shingle out, so to speak, and let people come to you. It's possible to do that, and it can be a very rewarding thing. I think Craigslist, for the most part, just a small little Craigslist ad would be what, $5? Not very much.
Well, there's a lady up in Massachusetts who runs a $5 Craigslist ad, and she gets between 3 to 5 deals a month on real estate deals. It's a very, very small ad. It doesn't say a whole lot. It doesn't have to say a whole lot. It just gets people's attention. And once they get their attention, then she can talk about buy, fix, and flip. She can talk about cash out refi. She can talk about new construction. She can talk about anything, just making a very vague, very simple ad on Craigslist. And you can just you can use that ad just to open the door. It's called an elevator speech. You have a little bit of time, like 30 seconds in an elevator, to get it across what it is that you do. And then if it piques the people's attention, and if it piques their attention, then you can set an appointment and talk to them in detail. The other thing that we like to do, Ron he's got a great mastermind program that I'd love to have him explain what goes on in that mastermind program. But some of the people will put together their own Zoom, not our Zoom, but their Zoom. And one of them is James with us? Yeah, James with us today. Yeah, James did a meeting with Oliver, and James knocked it out of the park because everyone in the meeting is buzzing about our unsecured business funding, unsecured personal funding, and personal term loans. Everyone's buzzing about it. And so he knocked it out of the park, and he's going to get some great business because of it. So anytime you have an opportunity to have a mastermind or even a Zoom meeting, I will work for you. You set it up, you get the appointment. Either it's on a Zoom, it's probably always going to be on a Zoom or other platform, and then I will do the presentation for you. You don't have to wait until you know it all. It might take you 40 years like it took me. So you don't have to wait till you understand everything. Just let me work for you. I'll be your soldier. Ron, would you want to share a little bit about your mastermind group?
Exactly. So thank you, Frank and Jim, and especially Richard, for the email that explained the structure of the company. But yeah, so masterminds basically come together to take whatever it is that we need to get done and execute it. Basically just doing the action, with, whatever, is needed to expose people, and understanding that, ideas is very important. Having new ideas and having a mastermind to share what they might think or what they might see coming in the future, on how to move people from basically having that dream that Frank talks about all the time to reality. And just behavior, atmosphere, the environment, the vibes, everything plays a role. So you have to be very careful of what minds you're tapping into. So having a mastermind group, the only reason to have a mastermind group, and it's not going to be a lot of people, is to execute ideas that can break records and change the way we perceive the business world to be. Because the business model that we have now, with the way people do business, is changing. We never thought we would have earbuds or a microphone and that type of thing. So, people understand that they have to take their money and put it where it's going to multiply. And there's no other place to do it than commercial real estate. You can't get these properties and sit on them. You can't be afraid to go to the meetings and talk about money. You can't be sensitive to credit. Credit is very important. So the mastermind group is going to really focus on, if you don't have the right type of credit to be involved in helping people, we're going to make sure that whatever program you need to get involved in, we're going to push you in that direction. Credit is very important. So Brenda, I look forward to seeing you Friday. The meeting starts Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to probably be there networking around 7 o'clock because I want to see how they set everything up. I've been to some of these meetings before. So I'm gonna hold these guys accountable, Frank, Jim, and Richard. So thanks for allowing me to share. But this is the mastermind. So this is the place, the safe place, no matter how crazy that idea might be, guys, you got to put it out there because we never know what may come out of that one little thing that you think is like, man, I'm embarrassed to talk about it. Somebody else needs that. And they need that to move forward. So thanks for allowing me to share this morning, guys.
Well, thank you. That was great. It's a whole lot more than I expected. Thank you. Um, he hit on something that is so important. People don't ever think about their credit until it's too late. They they find the deal of the century, and then they think about their credit. Well, the credit's going to take them. I don't know how long did it take them to screw it up. Like 5 years to screw it up. Well, it's going to take us a little time to get it straight. So I'm kind of proposing that we have a mastermind that we give like a credit seminar and get people pre-qualified, a pre-qualification credit seminar where we teach people the right things to do. We show them how they can turn around a poor credit score and make it into a great credit score, how they can get themselves bankable before they go out shopping for the deal of the century, the dream business, the franchise. And I'm glad franchise just kind of spilled out of my mouth. We're working with a company that has 1,500 franchises available, and we're going to have Dion, is the gentleman's name. We're going to have Dion on one of these calls, and he's going to be teaching us about some franchises that are on fire right now. But guess what? We got to get the people bankable. Bankable means they have to have a respectable FICO score. They have to have the ability to pull the trigger when the trigger is presented to them. When the opportunity is everywhere. It's everywhere now. There's lots of opportunity. For those who came early on the call, you heard me playing that song Opportunity. Opportunities everywhere. All we have to do is be prepared for it. And so I think that we're going to maybe the principals of the company are going to set up something where we have one of the credit people, either Gail or Alma or both, do a collaboration and do a credit training, and then everybody invite as many people as they can to get them pre-qualified. As I said, everyone comes to the party, they find the deal of the century, and then they think about their credit. Sad. That's the way it is. That's the reality. Anyone else have something to add to that? Richard, help me, rescue me.
I have something to add. So you want Gail and I to kind of present, like, if you have a credit situation, these are the three programs that we offer, and um, for easy financing, is that correct?
Yes.
I would
And
say
also pulling a the three credit bureaus.
yeah, certainly to pull the three credit bureau because one of the observations that we've made in the last few weeks as we've talked about this is that a lot of people have certainly not followed their credit bureau carefully, and a lot of them have never even seen one. It's amazing how many people you talk to, they're aware of credit reports. They may have had some little bit of fluff that came to them through the internet, kind of summarizing a little bit. We had a lady a couple of months ago show us a report. She had a subscription to a service that was giving her some credit advice, and she said, "Well, I've got my credit bureau," and she sent it to me. It was they had the three credit scores, and they had maybe a few other things, but it was totally inadequate as a credit bureau. It really wasn't a credit bureau report. It was just a bunch of fluff. And there were about as many ads embedded in the document for, free this, do that, than there was actual meat on the bone. There was very little meat on the bone. It probably had maybe 10, maybe 15% of what you really want to see in a full-blown credit report. And she thought it was a credit report. Well, you see this all the time, but you see a lot of people who have actually never even seen their credit bureau. So, certainly that's the first step. I would say rather than jumping to, what we can do and so forth, maybe something I think what Frank was addressing was maybe something a little more basic. What do you do with your credit? How do you manage your credit day to day, month to month, year after year? What do you do with those accounts that you've paid off and you don't need that card anymore? Do you just cancel the card? Do you just kind of shop around every time you go into a department store? They say, "Hey, we can give you a card." Do you go ahead and apply for that card? Do you go ahead and get one? I mean, there are questions about how you really manage your credit that are even more basic than what you got to do when you have credit. It's what do you do now to kind of build your credit and make it something that builds into something worthwhile for you. So yeah,
Well,
I think it's a good idea, Alma, just to kind of take it from the basics and tell them, maybe this is how you build a credit over time. And these are some of the basic decisions you make that are either no nos or they're yes yeses. You
Yeah.
do what you can to really build that. And how do you do that over time?
Okay.
what we really want to do is to dream, let them dream the dream, and then give them the pathway to realize that dream. It was said a few minutes ago that a lot of people dream a dream, but they have no idea that it's even possible. And sometimes they think it's impossible to reach that goal, to reach that dream. I say on our website and I say everywhere else, we've been making dreams come true for 40 years. What can we do for you? I say that for a reason. We want the people to dream. We want the people to reach. And only when they have a dream that they begin to believe is possible to achieve, that's when you'll get their attention. That's when all the things that Richard just said suddenly make sense. It's when it's when they have a reason to pay those bills on time, when they have a reason to look for the credit restoration, they have a reason to do that. Is when you give them the dream, show them that the dream is possible to achieve, and then go after that dream and encourage them. When you encourage them to dream, that's when you're going to see the most amount of movement. So, Alma, um, you should be preparing whatever you want to do, whatever you want to present, you should be preparing it. But in the back of, like the foundation is dream your dream, and let's show you how you can achieve that dream. If we do that and we constantly encourage them to dream, encourage them to um, realize that it is possible. Other people have it. Other people have achieved it. Why not you? You deserve it. You deserve to get the dreams that you've been dreaming about. You don't have to be down all the time. You should be up. So it all starts with the dream. And then it's easy to get them to spend $1 to get all three real credit bureaus so that we really know what we have. What Richard said is so true. There's a million companies out there that sell you marshmallow fluff. There's nothing in there but marshmallow fluff. And people say, well, I've got an 800 FICO. Yeah, right. No, you don't. Not if you pulled a real credit bureau, you're not going to have an 800 FICO. And if you do have an 800 FICO, more power to you. Let's show you how to get an 850 FICO. That's, let that dream come true. And when you get those FICOs that are high, anything you want can come to you. Anything. Dream big. We're working. Oh, Brandon, welcome, Brandon. I didn't even see you come in the door. You snuck in. Welcome, Brandon. So dream big, dream big. And we want to open the door and help you achieve that dream.
Brandon, good to see you.
It's great to see you guys too.
We see the highs and the lows, and people, and it's amazing to me. You can tell that Frank and Jim and I have been around a little while, to put it mildly, but throughout life, what a huge difference there is between people who dream and people who don't, who are, down and out mentally and just don't take the chance. The difference in outcome is just monumental. In our case, we see people come to us who maybe do have a dream. As Frank famously says, they want to put outhouses on the moon or whatever, it might be. But you also see people who come to us and they're trying, they've got an idea that they can really make a difference. But they're real nervous about it. They don't know just yet. And then we pull their credit bureau, and it's embarrassing. It's not where they really want it to be. And you can see it in their eyes and their voice. I mean, they're embarrassed. And oftentimes they run away from you as fast as they can because it's an embarrassing situation. They don't want to face that fact. They don't know what to do about it. They're just, ouch, I just touched something hot on the stove. I don't want to do that again. We have got to make sure that we just take them by the hand and reassure them that, look, we've got some solutions for you. We can help you. And that dream that you've got is a good dream. It's a dream that you deserve. So let's work together to get there. And that's probably one of the most rewarding aspects of what we do for us, is that we see people who can be brought to their dream and introduced to their dream, and they can actually succeed. And I know that appeals to every one of you as well. That's a big deal. That's a big part of what we do. But you got to work at it. You got to make sure that they understand. You bring them along. Don't let them run away. Let them know, there are solutions and we can move forward with them.
Alma, Brandon is on with us today. Brandon, I did a presentation for James, and Brandon just came in that presentation a little bit late, but he heard my presentation, and Brandon is absolutely on fire, and I can thank James Gilmore for bringing several people to the party this past week because of me doing a presentation. But Brandon has been asking me some paralegal questions, and Alma is our paralegal in the company. Now, I do have to caution everybody. I'm going to ask Brandon and Alma to take it offline and communicate offline. However, I have to be very careful because we don't have a license to give legal advice. We don't have a license to give financial advice. We don't have a license to give a lot of um, uh, structural advice of how you set up your corporation. The only thing that we actually can do is tell what other people have done. And there were some questions that were posed to me, and I have a standard answer for those kind of questions. First of all, we got to take it offline. We got to go talk one on one. And I don't look good in an orange jumpsuit. I don't know about you, but I don't look good in an orange jumpsuit. So I ain't gonna do anything that's gonna put me in an orange jumpsuit. However, Alma is our paralegal. She has worked as a paralegal for many, many years. Um, again, she's not going to give you any legal advice, but she'll probably be able to tell you what other people have done and how they've solved the similar problems to what you're talking about. So, Alma, could you share with Brandon a way for Brandon to communicate with you
Right. I will drop my contact information in the in the meeting
in the
chat.
chat?
Yeah. And then I welcome anyone who wants to, has any questions. My role as a paralegal is usually to assist in the transactions, mostly doing research, due diligence, and also drafting the documents for closings or for deals that are going on. So I'm ethically bound by not providing legal advice to anyone, but assisting with processes during transactions. But I do know what attorneys do in certain circumstances. I've been, a witness to a lot of different deals that were hard to structure and were able to be structured. I also know how to form new entities, how to get the EIN number, how to get the company going. And also I'm a notary, so I have other skills from a notary standpoint. But I'm a notary in the state of Massachusetts, so I can only notarize for Massachusetts. I'm looking into getting a national notary process, and I'm going to let you all know if I'm successful in becoming a e-notary, meaning like a virtual notary. So then I could be a notary in every state. There's a new thing about notaries being able to do, um, witnessing and signing and other things that notaries do. So I will let everyone know if I'm able to do that. But for the most part, anybody have questions, I'm available to answer from a paralegal standpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alma. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I do have a lot of experience in financing deals, because when I worked in a top tier law firm, we had a lot of companies that we represented, Bank of America, one of them. And so we did a lot of huge financing transactions. So I know, with the due diligence part, it's really important. The first thing to do is pull credit, see where we're standing. That way we can structure the deal in the way that it should be structured. Like we are providing, assistance with building up the credit and trying to give people opportunities, because as Frank says, we've been making people's dreams come true for over 40 years. What can we do for you? That is what really moves me. That's what I really like, always motivates me. But I really need to step it up a little more.
Good. Excellent.
Yep.
Well, Alma, I'm going to
Amen.
talk to Richard right now. Richard, um, I think I'm a notary public here in North Carolina, but as a notary public, you can't notarize anything for yourself. You can only notarize for somebody else. So, Richard, I would think that ezFinancial would probably want to help Alma with the cost of getting that national notary public. What do you think, Richard?
Oh, absolutely. No question.
He's such a nice guy. That's why I like him. He's a,
Me too. Me
he's a,
too.
he's a
You guys
good
are
guy.
both wonderful. We're all very blessed and lucky to be working with this group because all they want to do is give us their, teach us their great skills, so we can continue helping people.
Yeah. That's the name of this program. Yep. Good.
Well, I can't wait to start hearing Gail and Alma's ideas on a mastermind for a pre-qualification, and I'd like to get the excitement, the buzz going on pre-qualifications. And when we go to any group meeting, whether it's a boat show, whether it's a home and garden show, whether it is a bank show, whether it's a franchise show, I think we need to have our 125% buy, fix, and flip flyer printed up and bring it with us. Um, the problem in finance in general, there's a million people doing it. The benefit to working with ezFinancial is nobody is doing 125% buy, fix, and flip. Nobody is doing the unique things that we do. So I have a little joke. I say in today's more educated consumers, how do you sell those more educated consumers? And my answer is unique up on them. Okay, the joke. It's just a joke. Go ahead, show that again, Ron. That was great. Back off a little bit from the camera. Back off a little. I can't see what you're holding. No, you can't see it. There you go. Well, anyway, my man, Ron has. There you go. Now we see it. My man Ron has taken the 5-page application and he's printed on the front of the application, page number 1, and he's printed on the back of the application, page number 2, and that's your flyer. Turn it around and show on the bottom. Richard, would you pull that up, Richard? While he's
Yeah.
doing that, would you pull that up? Because I want to show them where their name goes on that flyer. When you bring that to any type of business meeting or mastermind meeting or anywhere you go, if you just have them in your possession, when somebody asks you, what do you do in an elevator? You only have 30 seconds. Whip it out, give them one, carry something oh, there you go, Gail. Thank you, Gail, for putting that up there. Thank you, Gail. Here we go. That's what we're trying to show. And if you take this, this is a 5-page application. If you print it out where it says V51, there's some empty real estate there, right there. Right there, you can have your name and your contact information right there in larger letters than the one below it. The ezFinancial, we don't want them contacting us. We want them contacting you. You did the work, you deserve the reward. So whether you did the work by handing somebody something in an elevator, or whether you did the work by going to a home and garden show or a trade show or a restaurant show, restaurants need money all the time. Businesses need money all the time. If you go to these kind of shows and you bring flyers like this and others that we're going to be able to put together shortly, and if you bring the $100 drop card where you fold it in half and it looks like a $100 bill and you drop it on the floor, people will pick it up. And when they open it up, they'll see your contact information inside. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Thank you. Thank you for that, Richard.
Ron, I got a little idea for your meeting. When you get into your meeting, ask the people that's in there if they had all the money that they needed to do a good business, would they do it and get off the couch?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
good. That's real good. But what I do is basically, to start a conversation, I ask people what they're working on. What are you working on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
go
that's a
for
good
it.
idea too.
Okay.
Go
So
for it.
it's simple, because if you're not working on anything, you're probably going to make something up. So it's just an icebreaker. But when people know that you're interested in what they're doing, it gives you an opportunity to listen. And at the same time, they're going to start thinking about what you're doing. Why are you asking me this question? Because if you're asking me this question of what am I working on, I know that you got to be working on something as well. But they get so caught up in talking about themselves, they give you all the information that you need. And at the end of that conversation, you can actually tell them, you can actually say, do you know what I'm working on?
Well, you know what I
Okay.
found? I think you're 100% on target. What I found, if you ask somebody what they're doing and they tell you what they're doing, um, the next logical question is, well, what do you do? And that's opening up. If they ask me, I apologize, but if they ask me, they just opened up a floodgate. I'm going to tell them a lot of stuff. But
Right.
you know, you just
Right.
have to say, I'm doing something that is so unique that nobody else in the business is doing it.
Yep.
I had a
Yep. There you
secret.
go.
Oh my God, what is it? What is that secret? I want to hear that
Okay.
secret. So look at Richard go. He's putting up those $100 bills. I had more fun with this $100 bill. I've had more fun with this. I've dropped them in restaurants. I've dropped them in hotel lobbies. I've dropped them. I've even gone to the marina and dropped them in the water.
That's crazy.
Oh
I have a
man.
suggestion as well. I came upon this person who has, those QWERTY, like when you kind of put your phone up to like a little, it's like a square. I don't know how to call it,
QR
but
code, QR code.
yes, QR code. So when I opened it, it was a business card, and it had like the guy's face and picture, all his detailed information. And so, because of the way that we do a lot of business now, it's more like digital. So, I'm going to look into that process more to see if we would benefit from having something like that, because it's so easy. All you do is just say, "Give me a phone," put it up to this, and this is my contact information. It'll have everything about, easy finance, email, phone number, and we could even put like a little description. So I think that is another tool that would be good for us.
Look no further. We have that. It's called Cardly. We have Cardly available to you. Cardly is part of the program that the Unlimited Free Leads for Life, the incentive program, and the Cardly program. It's three pieces of the same pie. And so we already have the Cardly available to us, and we can all put Cardly on our cell phones. And when somebody says, "So what do you do?" What Alma said, you just hold up this QR code. They take a picture of it with their phone, your phone to their phone. They take a picture of it, and it tells you a whole book of every. It's like a whole entire website of what you do. So we already have that, and that's available for you to sell as well. If you can also make it's a commissionable item that you can make a commission on when you sell it. But it's called Cardly, and it's unlimited free leads for life, incentive programs, $50 gift certificate to anyone who'll listen to your 3-minute video, your Big Five video. You can give them $50 just for listening to it. Did everyone get that notification last night? I sent out. Did anyone claim the $50 gift certificate? You ought to. I have unlimited $50 bills that I can give away. Unlimited. Um, the incentive program. If you go back to the email and you see in big yellow and blue letters, it says $50, claim your $50 gift. Just press on that button. It'll ask you to watch the Big Five video. If you watch the Big Five video to the end, it's going to ask you 3 questions. One question. What did you like best? Did you like the opportunity? Did you like the product? Did you like the opportunity? Or you're not interested at all? You click on any one of those. Once you clicked on that, 2 things happen. One, it sends me or you it sends you a notification that somebody was on your page, and whether it's they like the product, they left the company, or they weren't interested at all, in automatically it sends them that $50 gift certificate, and they can use that gift certificate for movies, for travel, for restaurants, for electronics, for gift shops, for all kinds of stuff. You can use that $50 for, and you can give out as many as you want, unlimited. You give them out. So unlimited free leads for life. We have incentive program, $50 gift certificates just for watching a 3-minute video, and Cardly, so that wherever you are, you have a pocket full of business cards that tells your whole entire story. We have all of that available to you. Okay, it's getting to be 10:54. This has been an exciting Monday morning. I'm really pumped up. Any last words? Rich, Jim, I had asked you to just give a little bit about how many deals you're throwing up against the wall with multiple unit apartment complexes and the 100% CLTV. How about closing us out with the 100% CLT, what you've found, how strong the company is and where they want to go with it, and what you're able to do with it?
God, you give a fellow a whole mouthful, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. CLTV, 100%, but you got to use your expired listings and people that are really needing to get rid of their property, because you can't, they have to be able to take a second mortgage back. And if you are able to take the second mortgage back for the amount that the lender will allow you to do, then you got a deal. So it's not a hard process, but you gotta hunt and find it, because they're not everywhere to be found. So you got to do some shopping to find them. But once you find them and they're really desperate about getting something done, if they'll take a second mortgage back for the amount that the lender will allow, then it's a done deal.
Jim, you're busy most of the time doing deals and looking for deals. Out of how many deals how many properties do you look at each month, and how many of them turn out to be a good, interesting potential transaction?
Well, that's another hard one, but I'd say probably hundreds that I look at, and all of them do not turn out to be CLTV. Now there's a lot of them, that want to deals to be processed, And that's part of the program that we're putting together. But now, probably on Wednesday, if Richard and I can get our heads together and get this program took care of, we're going to have something really special for you on Wednesday.
Well,
Well,
I want to
this is
say
James.
this about what you just said, Jim. The time has a great way of changing the situation. When the listing expires and they haven't even had a nibble in 6 months, and then you come along and you're offering to put cash in their hand and then have them take back a second, all of a sudden that second sounds absolutely wonderful to them, because having the cash in their hand by our first is a wonderful, wonderful way. And CLTV means combined loan to value. It means the lender is going to lend. I'm going to give an example. You have $1 million property and it's your father's property and you don't want anything to do with the business. You're not in that business. So right now it's just something that you really don't want. And or the business might have gone out of business, any number of things. But the listing has expired. Once once the listing is expired and there's been no nibbles, all of a sudden you went from wanting the moon, the sun, and the stars. You want all that. Well, now you're kind of willing to take on $1 million building, $500,000 cash in my hand right now, and a $500,000 second mortgage that I'll get paid month after month after month until it's paid off. That is better than paying the tax, the insurance, the danger of no insurance, and because you got canceled because it's an empty building, and now it's subject to all kinds of nasty things happening. Well, now all of a sudden, that offer of 50% down and 50% carry back is a beautiful offer all of a sudden. Time has a way to change people's mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
One of the things that you may not be aware of is that Jim is available to help you, not only with your clients who are real estate investors, to get the deal structured and closed, but he'll help you individually. If you're looking for real estate yourself and you're hoping to get a home, you're hoping to find that right property, maybe a duplex that you can rent out half and live in the other half, whatever your goals are, he can help you there too. And he's there, he's available to you, and he'll be happy to work with you.
I have a
Now, I
question.
don't care how high your clients would like to go. If they want to go to a 2 unit, a 4 unit, or 10 unit or up, whatever they will qualify for, then get me the information. I'll hunt the property for
Okay. That's great.
I don't know. Let's turn you all into real estate magnates too. In addition to whatever else you're doing, let's turn you into real estate magnates. Bring them
But
Jim,
I
up.
don't see no place to raise your hand on the icons here.
it's okay. Just yell out.
Okay. Well, anybody else have any questions or comments? I'll wait till they finish and then I'll ask my question.
You can go under the reactions on the bottom of the screen under reactions next to chat, and then you can there's like emojis there. You can you can raise your hand. See right there, I'm raising my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where
Yeah,
you go to
yeah.
reactions.
My my screen is not scrolling up and down for me to see that. So maybe
Okay.
if I was on my phone, I think I could see that. But on my laptop here, it doesn't let me go down. Or let me see if I can raise the whole thing up. So yeah, I probably have to do that on my phone.
All
Yeah.
right. So
laptop too.
So
James,
my question,
James,
yes, sir.
go. What is your question?
My question is, I had my fifth uh, affiliate turned in their paperwork this morning. And of course, you know who that is. That's Janine. So with the fifth person signing up as an affiliate with me, how does that affect being a pro affiliate?
I'm gonna let Richard answer that question. 5 people, and you're required to bring in 3, but you brought in 5. You can always make do with a little bit more. It's hard to make do with a little less. I think you may do. What do you think, Richard?
Well, I've got my no button, but what I need, I guess, is a yes button, you know.
Not today. No.
In my case, in James's case, James, I need to go out and find a yes button for you because my response is yes, yes,
So
absolutely. You're
I'm an
correct.
officially a pro affiliate now.
Yes, in front of witnesses.
Oh my goodness
Amazing.
gracious!
Welcome.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
thank you,
All
thank you. So
right.
I'll get my own personal email now, huh?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just met. I don't know. Frank and I got to have to wonder about that, but yeah, I think we can probably get you a personal email.
Okay, sounds good. I want to be like Alma.
I
And,
understand.
Ron
She's still a lot better looking than
Even made the background available to you.
Oh,
That background
excellent,
behind Ron, that's available to you now too. Hey,
Casey
excellent.
has a hand up.
Casey has been patiently waiting for. She has her hand up. Casey, how can we help you?
Yes, I'd like to get access to Jim. Are you able to help with something in California?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just should I email to ask to get your
It,
address or email address or
Yeah, I can put it in the chat.
Casey,
okay.
I don't have your actual telephone number yet. If you want to put it in the chat or if you just want to
Yeah.
email it to
Just,
me, be
just give
helpful.
me your phone number and that way I can do it.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
All right.
Okay.
and you can reach Frank at ezfinancialgroupllc.com. You can reach Richard F at ezfinancialgroupllc.com. You can reach Alma at ezfinancialgroupllc.com. And soon you'll be able to reach James at ezfinancialgroupllc.com.
Thank you.
Oh, Gail at ezfinancialgroupllc.com. And I think that's all the pros that I see right now. All right. All right. All right. All right. Did you get that? Did you have time to get that in the chat
Yeah,
so that everyone can
we
take
got
it?
it.
I got
We
it.
got it.
We're 5 minutes over, and I have to render this video. With that, I'm going to say,
That mean you're
people,
gonna leave?
thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Got to go shopping now.
Thank you for coming. Make sure that on Wednesday, Jim and Richard have a special surprise for you.
Oh, we
Make
don't
sure you
now.
bring a
Richard done
guest.
blowed it out.
Bring a guest. Bring a guest. Bring a guest. All right. God bless, and have a wonderful rest of the week.